All right, let's talk about the customer journey. That first hello is absolutely everything in business. But what if that hello could be perfectly, instantly tailored to every single person? Well, that's exactly the promise of AI. Today, we're going to dive into how this tech is totally changing that critical first welcome and pretty much every step that comes after it.
So, let's start with a bit of a puzzle. A huge majority of companies, we're talking 82%, they put in the work to map out their customer's journey. But then, look at this, less than half of them actually use those maps to make any real changes. That is a massive gap between insight and action.
So what is going on here? If almost everyone has the map, why aren't they finding the treasure? Well, the problem is that those old school maps are static. They're like a picture of the past. They don't live and breathe with the customer. And that problem, it usually starts the second a customer walks in the door.
And that brings us right to our first section, the onboarding bottleneck. This is it. This is that make or break first impression. So why is this first step so incredibly easy to get wrong?
Okay, so onboarding, it's so much more than just a welcome email. It's really the process of guiding a new customer to that first aha moment. It's where you prove you're worth their time, you get it right, you build trust, you build loyalty, you get it wrong, you get frustration, and they're gone.
And the stakes for getting this right are, they're sky high. A staggering 86% of people say they are more likely to stay loyal to a business if they get a great onboarding experience. This is not some nice-to-have feature, it is a core driver of your entire business.
Which brings us right to the solution. Section 2, how AI transforms the welcome. This is where we're going to see how technology is stepping in to smash those old onboarding problems, making the whole experience smarter, faster, and deeply personal for every single user.
So AI tackles this in 3 really key ways. First, it personalizes the heck out of the experience, so every user feels like you built it just for them. Second, it automates all that tedious, boring work that just slows everyone down. And third, it offers proactive support, basically solving problems before the customer even knows they have one. Let's look at personalization in action. An AI can instantly see, okay, this user is in healthcare, and boom, it serves up tutorials on data privacy. Meanwhile, a retail user gets a guide on e-commerce tools. By tailoring the path, you get every single user to that moment of value way faster. Next up, automation. You know all that mind-numbing data entry and account setup? AI handles it. There is this one global bank, for example, that used AI for identity verification and literally cut its account opening time in half. This frees up your human team to, actually build relationships instead of just processing paperwork.
This quote really just nails it. AI personalizes, it predicts, and it automates. This isn't just about doing the old stuff faster, it's about creating a fundamentally smarter, more responsive, and way more efficient onboarding process from the ground up.
Okay, so we fixed the welcome. Awesome. But what about the rest of the trip? That brings us to section 3. Now we're moving beyond that static diagram to a living, breathing view of the entire customer journey. And this slide shows the fundamental shift. The traditional way was so static, right? A manual process looking backwards at old data, forcing you to guess why customers did what they did. The AI-powered approach is the complete opposite. It's a living, predictive system that's analyzing behavior in real time to actually uncover that why. So how does AI do all this? Well, it's pulling in data from everywhere. Your website, social media, support chats. It's predicting what a customer might do next, like if they're about to cancel their subscription. It even uses natural language processing to understand what people are actually saying in reviews and chats. And crucially, it sends you an alert the second something goes wrong, so you can jump in and fix it right away.
This all sounds fantastic, but what does it actually mean for your bottom line and for your customers? That's what we're covering in Section 4, the AI payoff. Let's look at the real, tangible results.
First up, a 50% reduction in time. Just by automating those onboarding tasks, like we saw with that bank, companies are getting customers up and running in half the time. That means happier customers getting value sooner and faster revenue for the business. It's a win-win. Hey, remember this number? 86%. That huge loyalty boost you get from great onboarding? In the past, trying to deliver that to everyone was a manual nightmare. The absolute game changer with AI is that this level of personalization is now possible for every single customer, automatically. It delivers on that promise at a massive scale. And finally, retention.
By using AI to give instant, proactive support during those critical first steps, companies can cut customer drop-off by as much as 60%. Basically, AI plugs the leaks in your customer funnel before they even start.
All right, so you're probably convinced. But how do you actually do this right? Let's move to our final section, working smarter, not harder. This is all about the best practices for putting AI to work effectively.
Success really comes down to 3 things. First, your data quality and privacy have to be top-notch. Your AI is only as good as the data you feed it. Second, you have to balance the AI with a human touch. This is about efficiency, not replacing relationships. And third, you got to set clear goals and measure what matters, so you actually know what's working.
And this brings us to what might be the most important principle of all. The goal of AI is not to replace your team. It is to augment them. Let the AI do the heavy lifting with the data so your people can focus on what humans do best, building real, lasting relationships.
And make no mistake, this is not some far-off futuristic trend. It is happening right now. A recent survey found that 78% of customer success teams are already using or implementing AI. The train has definitely left the station, and most businesses are already on board.
Which leaves us with one final question to think about. When a new customer walks through your digital door, is their first impression, that critical moment that defines everything else, being guided by chance, or is it being guided by intelligence?